Oh, yeah. hmm I've been spending some time thinking about what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's 2:10. And looking at the offenses involving the administration of justice, yeah, I have some concerns. Yes, yes. See, in general, because misconduct constituting contempt varies significantly, and the nature of the contemptuous conduct, the circumstances on which the contempt was committed, the effect of the misconduct had on the administration of justice, and the need to vindicate the authority of the courts are highly context dependent. Yeah. The Commission has not provided a specified guidelines for this offense. Yes. hmm Now, I think that's really important because it sounds somewhat arbitrary, but there is this availability, yeah, of how you get prosecuted for what is known as the offenses involving the administration of justice. Now, I'll give you an example. Willful failure to pay, yes, court-ordered child support. For offenses involving the willful failure to pay court-ordered child support violations of 18 U.S. Code 228, the most anomalous guideline, yes, is 2B1.1, theft, property destruction, and fraud. The amount of the loss is the amount of child support the defendant willfully failed to pay. In such a case, do not apply to 2B1.1B9C. Yes. Pertaining to a violation of a prior specific judicial order. Yeah. Now, there's a note. This guideline applies to second and subsequent offenses under and to any offense under 18 U.S. Code 228A. A first offense under 18 U.S. Code 22A1 is not covered by this guideline. Yes, because it's a Class B misdemeanor. Now, what's somewhat interesting, if you did understand there was a child support order. There was a temporary order for child support, and then there was the permanent order for child support where I didn't get a dissolution of marriage. Yeah. But there's also what's known as the violating of a judicial order enjoining fraudulent behavior. In cases involving a violation of a judicial order enjoining fraudulent behavior, yeah, the most anomalous guideline is 2B1.1 in such a case. Pertaining to a violation of a prior specific judicial order ordinarily would apply. Yes. Let's say that you have a copy of the dissolution of marriage that I don't have. Yes. Because I didn't get any notice of the court hearings. Yeah. And then there's the criminal coercion of Heidi saying, well, Paul went to the First Baptist Church and prayed with the pastor. Yeah. And after submitting to the court the evidence that she wanted a permanent parenting plan and a temporary order for child support. Yeah. She again touches the court before the actual court hearing on October 5th. Then October 2nd, Pastor Greg Miller petitions the court to modify the protection order. There's what's known as enjoining fraudulent behavior. Yes. Yes. Now, for each subsequent court hearing, the settlement conference setting hearing, yes, the non-jury trial, there is the fraudulent behavior to say that you attempted service on the actual respondent without doing it. No, it's Thanksgiving, but this willful failure to pay court-ordered child support when you didn't serve me a dissolution of marriage, right? You didn't give me actual notice of court hearings. Yes. And then you enjoined the fraudulent behavior of wanting to get the child support order without me getting notice of court hearings. Yes. Because of the criminal coercion of my wife, Pastor Greg Miller, and quite possibly Mike Van Proynt. Right now! Now, I'm sitting here thinking that I'm going to get arrested for the first offense that happens to be a Class B misdemeanor. Yes. Yes, yes. But then I'm thinking that not actually giving me notice of court hearings is enjoining fraudulent behavior. Yep. With the intention of getting a child support order.